matchup of the night. It is time for dessert. Sammy Sasso, Brayton Lee, in a battle of highly ranked guys at 149 pounds. These two met in the finals of the Cliff Keen Invitational in Vegas. A 6-4 win for Brayton Lee. Sasso, of course, knocking off Pat Lugo of Iowa in Carver Hawkeye this past Friday night.
And Shane, this is a matchup we could see for, 4 years. Two highly touted freshmen. Look like they're both at this weight class for a while. Look at that, and this, what's challenging about this, a nice straight-on shot there by Brayton Lee, gets right into that leg.
That's what we saw from Sasso on Friday night. Lugo looked like he had him dead to rights 2-3 times, but Sasso really solid defensively.
Yeah, there it is. He's able to go ahead and work that overhook and work the wrist control off of that single leg, and all of a sudden, Brayton doesn't, feel like he needs to be in there. Now he goes ahead, drops in the leg. But the thing about Lee is that he's a little bit tighter finisher, I think. Sasso is just so difficult to score on. I mean, it's
no score, 55 seconds into this match. Lee out of Brownsburg, Indiana, U23 World Team member. Believe we have some blood. Lee, 1-0 in Big Ten duels, was out last week with illness. Mentioned Brownsburg High School in Indiana, won 3 state titles for head coach Derek Snyder. 3-time Fargo All-American as well. Big match, of course, coming up on Friday. 1 versus 2, Iowa and Penn State inside Carver Hawkeye Arena. That place will be a rockin'. Can't wait.
It's rocking against Ohio State. I can't expect anything less. Those sellout crowd. It's been sold out for 3 months. Actually, I think it was sold out after the Iowa-Wisconsin meet, which was early December.
We'll have a special pregame show Friday evening here on Big Ten Network.
Beautiful.
Lee again on a leg.
Yeah, beautiful job off that underhook. Now he's elevating it. Well, he's going to test the flexibility. But you know what Sasso does really well? See how it ties up those wrists? And then flexibility, balance. So he's hand fighting down there, and that's how he gets to the ankle. Cradle situation again, which we saw. He's pretty good. Now here's a double leg. Boy, that was well done by Lee, because there was a lot of fighting going on there, particularly the hand fighting off of the ankle.
Lee stayed right with it. Able to capitalize on the re-attack, and he's up 2-0, now 2-1. Man, Lee coming out. A lot of physicality early in this match.
Yeah, and that's what you got to do, is that he's just firing shots off and getting into it. And the one thing about Sasso is he hasn't really, in matches, particularly against Lugo, he didn't get any of his own offense off in that match. But this is a different animal. This is a totally different guy that likes to attack to the other side of the body. He's got the head of the outside shot. It's kind of opposite, so it's a little bit more of an adjustment for Sasso. These are not exactly the same positions he was in before.
45 seconds left.
Sasso
splits the middle.
Yeah, he's got his ankle tied up, and he's got to try a little hip separation, maybe roll up. He doesn't have enough time to do it. Shane, really like how these two freshmen are going at it. More blood time.
A lot of action in the first period.
Let's take a look at the sequence where Sasso has his leg up in the air. He's hand fighting in here. See how he's trying to tie up the wrists, right? And actually, as he shot back, it was kind of a reaching action right there. Brayton's able to go ahead and spin around and get to a good angle where he hits a double leg shot off of that. Pretty well done. But one thing I'm impressed with Lee is that he's willing to go ahead and get in these flurries and scrambles, and he's doing a good job of anticipating Sasso's moves.
Minnesota coaching staff excited to have Brayton Lee in their lineup. Do a lot of damage in that maroon and gold.
Yeah, look at the activity and the flurry that Sasso's coming out with. Look at that footwork. Now he's got an underhook that he's You know, he knows that he's got to go out and collect points here. This is Lee holding position, blocking pretty well right there. See if he tries to limp out of that.
Good position from Lee, defending Sasso, and he'll take a 2-1 lead to the second period. Ohio State with choice, and Sasso will go on bottom. Did a nice job against Lugo on Friday night to escape.
Yeah, that was maybe one of the more impressive things he did. He was also really tough in the top position with the ride out.
All right, cover Minnesota. Easy, let's go.
But you're right, Shane. He was able to get out almost within 15 seconds. Both matches. Now he's got the hand split, gets the good quick escape.
4-second escape. We're even 2-2.
Boy, these guys are quick.
High pace. High pace.
You see where Lee is Minnesota's. And, oh, wow. Beautiful head to the outside shot right there. Now he switches it back to the inside.
Lee is so crisp on his attacks. But Sasso up to the challenge defensively. I mean, if you're Lee here, Jim, how do you finish?
Well, you know, I think what he did, that was the shot that he tried to finish, or they did finish on before. Head to the outside shot to Sasso's back leg. So, like I said, I think he's done that. Yeah. Nice single leg attempt there. Let's see if Sasso can take advantage of this. And this is what I think what's been impressive about Lee is he's able to just get back to neutral when he's taking some risk. Comes right back up to his feet.
Sasso right into an underhook on the right side. Front headlock.
Yeah, he's keeping a lot of pressure on the head of Lee. We're going to go ahead and clean him up again.
Looking ahead to next Friday, Jim, what are a couple of things you're most intrigued to see play out?
Well, can anybody, you know, Iowa's been on a roll, let's face it, okay? They've got a lot of momentum, and you know, this Penn State team, returning national champion. I think that they've got to be pretty excited about coming into this environment. This is why you choose to be a college wrestler at these type of programs. So I think everybody's got to be very excited about what's going to happen. And, you know, nobody's been able to win more than 3 matches against the Hawkeyes this year.
They've been so impressive
Yeah.
in Big Ten duels.
And I think where they've been, you know, I think really impressive is their freshman heavyweight, Tony Cassiope.
He's
Now
been
they've
great.
Got, yeah, Abe Assad there. It's also the freshman, so they've got it, you know, cooking with the juniors that they've had their program for a while with Lee, Marinelli, Kemmerer, Caleb Young,
Santo.
And so you've got those guys, but you also got some young blood coming in through that program too that's been looking very impressive.
20 seconds here in this second period.
You know, and for me, I haven't had a good look at the Penn State lineup, but there's some guys that you've got to, you know, hey, where's Shakur Rashid been? He's a guy that was, you know, won the scuffle a couple of years ago when he moved up from 74 to 97, and you know, we know what he's capable of doing.
And he's back at 97, I believe.
Yep, 97. So
Neville's in at heavyweight.
right, and so those are guys, you know what you're going to get from, you know,
Aaron Brooks at 184. That'll be a good matchup with Brooks and
of course,
Assad.
and the best matchup is going to be the national champion, 2-time national champion runner-up Vincenzo Joseph against Alex Marinelli and Carver.
Not to mention Hall and Kemmerer. 140 left here in the third period.
That meat has it all.
It does. This one has lived up to the billing as well. There's a stall call on Sasso. Lee's been the aggressor. Tie matcher at 149.
Yep.
Sasso again with that underhook on the right side and the elbow of Lee.
Yeah. Both guys still being aggressive. We've got to like what they're about right now.
Again, Sasso's been hit with stalling once. Next one would be a point.
Yeah, but Sasso's the one that's taking the territory right now. As I don't think that's going to be a factor of this match. Over and under position.
This is where he likes to be.
He does, like the inside trip. And it comes into a body lock. Does he have enough room? No.
Out of bounds.
But maybe
a matter of inches.
But maybe he found something there, Shane. It's
saw him hit that against Cole Martin of Wisconsin last Friday night.
Yeah, it showed an inside trip and working hard, coming forward, and really Lee is blocking out with the top of his head. Now he drops into a shot. Did he go all the way with it? You know, that was a situation where it appeared that Sasso went with the split. Now he's getting a better defensive position. Now he's got a little bit of an advantage, and both guys are really slick, so it's tough to hang out of that grip. Now he's got that right knee over the top of the shoulder. He freed himself up there. He should collect the two.
A takedown for Sasso with 20 seconds left. The Buckeye out in front, 4-2.
What poise this guy showed over the weekend.
4 unanswered. After Lee scored the first 2, he knocked off Pat Lugo, the #1 ranked 149-pounder in the country on Friday. And he comes back to defeat Brayton Lee, ranked 4th, 2 days later. What a weekend for Sasso.
And he looks like he expects it. Good battle with both guys there.